Hello, everyone. My name is Harry Parry, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This episode is kind of an in-betweeny episode. I was going to get started on building the new base, but it occurred to me I need to get some things done to be able to achieve that, and I want to do it on camera. So I think it's best that you guys see this. If you're following along with this, you want to see stuff like this. So as you can see, I have fully deconstructed the entire environment, apart from the limestone over there, just the bin. And then, yeah, I've put them all into crates and stuff. Everything that is in crates and over there, filled up over there. But it's all gone, okay? So it's just a way to clear some space. Now, I've gone around the environment. As you can see, I've not gone everywhere, but I've gone out a little bit further. And I can't actually find another spot that has a nice open space like this area. So I think I'll stick to this area, but I think I've come to the conclusion that what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a good area for each material, set up a sort of space for them, like set up an exact factory for that material. For example, just hypothetically, I did set up a new base here for iron, hypothetically. I want to find what node is this? This one's normal. Now, if I can find a pure iron mining section somewhere, I think there's actually one up there. I think they're pure. The ones I tapped into there, I think that's pure. And then I set up that area to be the place that creates all of the iron. It will be iron that creates all of the iron byproducts, if that makes sense. So like rods and sheets and reinforced sheets, all that sort of thing. And if it doesn't create a sheet, if I need to combine a material that let's say it needs iron and it needs something over there, for example, that's when it can come to this middle bit and combined here just to make the most of the space, if that makes sense. But it's only pulling in already made products, okay? So it's not all crammed into one space, okay? So trying to utilize all the areas. So for an example, let me show you something. So here I've spent some time. As you can see, look, I've actually utilized these electrical balls. It turns out I was doing it wrong. I was doing it completely wrong. I was attaching it, so as you can see, there's a middle bit here, which I was attaching the cables to, and it wasn't going far enough. I was like, why won't it? What's the point of these if you can't use them? And then turns out you can use them. You just have to look at them. I know, right? So I was attaching them to these, thinking, oh my god, why isn't it going far enough? But it turns out you have to attach it to the top one, and then it'll allow you to go really far, which is great. So now I'm utilizing these. So you might be wondering where this is leading, so let me take you there. Okay, before I forget as well, I discovered this. I want to get this on camera before I forget.
Organs and veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
Okay, so actually, while I'm thinking about it, there's a few things that you guys have missed in that area. There's just a couple I want to show you. I'm not going to go into all of them. So we've just done 9. Let's do 7.
Our instruments echo in the deep. Do they not pluck the shallow threads?
Can you hear me?
Crescendo, the effigy found the key. Sing more.
I was not created for artistic purposes. I am incapable of singing.
You sing.
Noted.
Okay, so this is curious now. So it was like starting off with the AI, what is it? A adder. I'll just call it the AI. She can hear my brainwaves are active when they're trying to talk to me. But now she can hear them. So, and then I just came across this one as well. So listen to this one.
Your mimic tapestry grows in the shallows and the clouds, but not through the windows. What is your root?
I have no roots, nor do I operate on Windows. But perhaps you mean something akin to the human saying, my point of origin is Earth. I was created by specific individuals of the human race.
Incompatible music.
Did I say something wrong, or did you not understand?
You cannot be shallow deep. The ripples you cast into the void have no skin.
It seems I may have said something paradoxical. Interesting.
Okay, so Ada, that's her name, Ada, is able to now talk to them. But obviously, because it's an AI, it can't quite understand what it means, and vice versa. Because it's a alien species, it can't understand what Ada's talking about yet. But I thought that was interesting. I thought you guys should see that, because it's an interesting development in the lore of this planet. Okay, so as you can see, it goes really far up here. And I am curious if I can actually use this and glide on these, but I can't. I'm not able to reach it. I know there's a platform one, which go on. Oh, I can. Ah, brilliant. Okay, I've got to keep that in mind. Okay, as you can see, I've now dedicated this area to power. Okay, so this is exactly what I mean, right? So this area is producing coal. Unfortunately, it's normal coal, not pure coal. As I learnt from my friend, he showed me, well, he told me that there's different tiers of coal. But what I'm doing is using the logic that I have learnt. This is producing 120 coals per minute. Okay, and the reason I haven't put any shards in there is because that's plenty for what I'm using it for. So there's 120 and another 120 coming from there, and they're both merging into this one, right? So that's 240 coals per minute. Okay, these on the other hand, they take 15 coals per minute. Okay, so this is outputting, so I might be able to put some shards into here. So this is coming through here and making 240 coals per minute, if I'm doing that right. Which is then splitting them to two, which is 120 that way and 120 that way, which is then dividing them again into 60. So that's 60 and 60, okay, and 60 and 60. So could, if I'm thinking about this correctly, I could put up to 60 in here, right? And that's then getting the absolute max out of all the coals that are coming through. Well, I'm gonna need, I think I've got one over here. I need to convert these into shards. I've just gone around and I've collected a load of power slugs. I think it's a crafting table, actually. So let's turn these into power shards. Awesome. So I've got 20. So I've got enough to kind of max these out. Okay, so if I'm doing that correctly, so now it's inputting 60 and it's taking 37.5, which is just absolutely dominating how much I actually need. So this is the amount of power being outputted right now. Is there a way to tell? Okay, so production is 750 being outputted, but it's not going to anything yet. So consumption is 55 at the moment. Interesting. I'll have to learn how to read that. but it should be outputting more than enough. Right now, all it's powering is itself, right? So all it's powering is the water to cool it down, and it's powering the coal to actually feed it. So it's only actually powering itself right now. Nothing else is attached to it. But yeah, I think that's right, because look, it's still, there's no gaps in between. There would be large gaps if I wasn't doing it correctly. There'd be very large gaps in between these, so that's good. Okay, there's also 2 more here, 1 there and 1 here, which are impure, okay? So I could utilize these in the future for other things, like, for example, the steel production, for example. So I could actually set up steel production here as well if I can find wow, there's some iron up there, isn't there? I could actually, so I could set up iron production here as well, steel production, and then now I've actually got the train thanks to the new phase. So we completed phase 2, which means there is now a train that we can use, and also something very interesting as well, which I will be setting up, is hypertubes. I'll be setting them up to every location that I go to, so I can just zip to them. I don't know how fast they are, and I'm assuming they're upgradable like everything else, so hopefully. But yeah, this is all stuff I'll be setting up in the background because it's just building, nothing that interesting. Oh, brilliant. I love that I can glide along these as well, it's great. And I will be setting up way more of these as well, all around the world. Wherever I need to, when power, these will be around the world as well. And then if I need to make more coal power, there's also oil power has just come in as well, which is an interesting development. And I'll need to look into that. Let me show you, actually. So if you come here, these are the new things that have come in. Jetpack is the one I want to get with you guys on camera. Then there's oil producing, which is insanely interesting. And I may need to take advantage of that. I have found some oil. I found an oil node. I'm not sure if it's called an oil node or whatever, but I have found one. So I'm curious. Obviously, it's the better one because it's the next tier up. So you are obviously going to make more power with the oil. I just need to... Or it's not used for power. Maybe it's not used for power. Because look, you make rubber and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to look. Yeah, conveyor belt 4 will be extremely useful. A truck, which is interesting. Picks up and delivers resources. Interesting. Fuel packaging. Packager. Packages and unpackaged fluids. Okay, interesting. And petroleum power. Oh, this is it. This is, yeah, you do use it. Yeah, fuel power generator. For a second I was like, I could have sworn I saw an oil generator. I'm not able to, I can scan Caterium already, unless it only scans for the nodes at the moment, which is maybe. Okay, and then in tier 6, we've got a manufacturer crafts 3 or 4 parts into another parts. Oh, okay. Computer. I've actually already got some. I've already got some of them, oddly enough. Then we have got the train technology. So this could be very interesting as well to get a train involved. Loads and unloads. Yeah, so it's kind of like the truck that I had, or the tractor that I had, but it's not, I don't have to go and automate it. I can just put rails down, which will save me a hell of a lot of time. I need to go and sort that out. I'm not sure what's gone on there. Maybe the water's gone off it or something. I did max it out. Maybe it's not quite powerful enough yet. Anyway, I'll figure that out. I'll figure out what's up with it. Pipeline 2 pump, that'll be interesting. And Blueprint Designer Mark 2. We have got a Blueprint Designer Mark 1. I've had a look at it. I haven't done some research on it. I need to do some research. What it looks like, as you can see, I have built one and I deconstructed it. It looks like a place where you can build a network or something. You can build like I don't know. You build a system right? So you build like a container to a constructor to, well, you know, and stuff like that. And you blueprint it, and then you can just essentially copy and paste it. That's my theory on what this is. I don't know why I haven't got like a million miles of space to do it, because it's tiny, which I'm assuming that's what the Mark II gives you, is a bigger platform. I've yet to test this out. Let me know if that is what that is. If I'm going to do my own research anyway, but that would be good to know. Okay, so enough talking. This is what I mean by an in-betweeny episode. I'm just explaining my thoughts and what I want to do in the future, and I will be doing that in between. Okay, I did find a couple hard drives, and I set one off in the meantime because obviously it takes 10 minutes. So let's scan this one, see what alternative recipe I can get. Fine concrete or alternate basic iron ingot. Oh my god. I'm really not bothered about concrete. I've got so much concrete, it's fine. I don't like either of them. They're kind of crap. Because instead of just using an iron ore, I have to now use a limestone as well to create 10. I don't like that. Let's rescan it. That's interesting. Bolted iron plate. Or cheap silica. No, I like any alternative to like useful stuff like the iron, like reinforced iron plate. That's a yes in my book. Let's do that one. Select reward. Okay, let's get the next one going. Okay, so I could probably utilize that then. So, what do I need to create a reinforced plate? So normally, oh, it's the same recipe, but it makes more per minute. Okay. Right, so what I want to do is, I have found long ago, and I still haven't scanned it yet, was Sam. I found Sam. So I need to get that going, because I had it when I was talking to my friend. I'm just going to call you Z, okay? I'm going to call you Z. Let me know if you don't mind being named. Z told me that this is something I need to scan to get some better shit. And I need 50 of them, but oh no, I need 10, but I'm doing the hard drive. Damn it! Okay, while that's doing that thing then, let's get the jetpack sorted, because that is something I really fucking want, and I can do straight off the bat. Because you bet, I made these, no, I found these motors, but I can make them now. Let's get all these sheets in. Okay, get the rest of it. I've only got 500 billion of all of this. I need to sort out my inventory, man. I did also find some explosive rebar, and oh my god, it's awesome, and I want it. So that's another thing I might try and aim for as well. Here we go, jetpack time. Boom.
Milestone reached. Fixit has granted you the power of flight, provided you have a jetpack and the appropriate fuels. The jetpack refuels automatically while you are standing on a surface, and different fuel types will affect the jetpack's functionality. With this increased versatility, you will no doubt achieve efficiency levels previously unheard of.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming... Oh, I can just create it! Hell yes! Okay, I'm assuming it has to go and replace my... I don't know, does it? Please Ah, no, it does. Ah. Okay, it wants biofuel. But, oh god, what if I fall and I don't have a jetpack? I really still want my parachute. It's like my safety net. Okay, let's get some Okay. Oh, God. Okay. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. But you get a slight jump boost. And then if you fuck that up, it will not reload until you hit a ground. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I like that or not. It's cool, but I like having my safety net of, like, my parachute. Is there a way to get multiple... Can I get those at the same time? That would be extremely useful. Like an extra back slot. Okay, that is now complete. So let's have a look what my options are. Again, what is it with the concrete, man? I don't care. And I don't like those either, to be honest. I've got 500,000 of them, and they're not difficult to make. So, rescan. That's actually all right. I like that one because these require beams normally, which are harder to make. So, yes, I will actually take that one. That's an all right one, that. I like that one. Okay, let's scan the SAM. I really want to get this moving. Scan that bitch. Scan it. Reanimated
Strange
SAM.
alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Great. Okay, I can also do this.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
Okay. Okie dokie. Then I need to create a SAM fluctuator. Okay, do I have enough? I'm pretty sure I got 100, right? I've only got 50 on me. I don't know what the hell I did with the other lot. If not, I know where some is. I can go and grab some. It's not the end of the world. I just thought I had some more, I'm not gonna lie. That might actually be useful, so let's take that. So I can now create reanimated SAM. So let's do what I've got. Okay, so I can create 5 with however many, 10, I think it was. Or however many I had left. How much do you need? You need 10, okay. Could have sworn I picked up 100, man. I don't know where they ended up. Okay, I got 300 or so. That'll do for now. And yes, I switched back to... I realised I can just switch back and forth. It's not the end of the world. As and when I need a jetpack, I'll put it on. But for safety reasons, I'd rather have my parachute on most of the time. But I have my jetpack if I want to be able to get up a little bit higher, for example. Is it just me, or do I see a slug there? It could just be a piece of grass. No, it is a slug. I'm not stupid. Let's get that slug while I'm here. And off we go. There's one more shard. Oh, there's another dude there as well. Let's get that while I'm here as well. Whilst I'm up here, I'm trying not to land. Here we go. And move. Ah, no voice this time, but it's good to have. Okay, that should be done now. Oh wait, no, I actually have to create them. 1 minute. Okay, that'll do. That's more than enough. Okay. Alien technology. Okay, what else do I need? I've got plenty of them. No problem at all. Got so many of them. It's unreal. It's research.
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
Interesting. Okay, so I need 10 of those. So we'll see if I've got enough. Holy shit, man. You burn through that thing so quickly. Oh my god. Okay. And now I can do that. Start research.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rot and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
I see. It seems we truly are building understanding.
Oh wait, I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. Circuit board, I've got some of those somewhere. And a computer, I've got some of them somewhere. I do not have 100 of the SAM though. What was the other thing? This. That I could probably do. No, I can't. I have not got enough SAM. Holy moly, you need a lot of it to get through this. I've got 2. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, well I'm not fucking walking back. I'm driving this time. Let me get my get some stuff for a thingy explorer. Hopefully by now the SAM should have mined like at least 300 of the SAM by now. So let's go and get that. Or maybe even 400. Yeah, that's more like it. I can't wait to actually get... Don't worry, I will get this automated later. I just want to get the scannable resources done first. Especially if I can create a weapon with it. That would be awesome. Teleporter would be awesome as well. God, if I don't even need a train. If I could just go and teleport it. I know it's like all about automation. It's like, oh, well, the train will just bring it to you automatically. Well, I will have a look into it. I'm not going to completely ignore it, but I want to test all areas. Is teleportation quicker? To just be able to go and teleport it, put it into a storage crate and then teleport to the storage crate and just pick it up manually? Is that quicker than waiting for it to come all the way from one area, for example? This is stuff I've got to find out. And I will, once I unlock it. Okay, now I can do this one. Okay, so dimensional depot. Holy shit.
Dimensional depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the dimensional depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter, the metal will not bend, the wood will not splinter. Weave.
I guess it doesn't like us using it. Okay, interesting. Dimensional... So it uploads it? Alien power augmenter. Okay. Do you know what? To complete all of that, I think I'm actually going to have to start automating it. I'm going to have to automate it. So I'm going to pause this recording and then I'm going to automate that and we'll come back and hopefully we can get all of that unlocked and see what we can utilize that for. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we are back. I've just spent the last hour maybe or a little bit more just automating what I needed to automate so we could finish off this episode with doing some of this. So firstly, I want to do this. Enable uploading from the inventory. So what I've done, and I'll show you why I want to do this one first. So let's do that.
Manual depot uploader unlocked. Storage dimension and pocket dimension now connected both ways and stable. Parts can now be uploaded to the storage dimension directly from the inventory. Note: the storage dimension now understands the boundaries of the pocket dimension and recognizes the distinction between matter belonging to the Pioneer's inventory and matter belonging to the Pioneer.
The window within a window within the shallows within the deep, curling around itself separately, echoes strangely.
I'm sure strange is the correct term for what this must feel like to you.
Interesting. We are really taking advantage of this living matter. But anyway, so let me take you. So now I can access this, I hope. Great. Okay. That's cool. That's really freaking cool, that is. Okay, so I can't use that all the time because there's only so much space, but I can increase the space. So that is something I'm going to work towards. But that will save some time in traveling a little bit for the final product, if you know what I mean. So like if I create little factories and then the final product goes into the dimension depot and then I'm just collecting the final one whenever I need it, that would be cool. That'd be really freaking cool. Anyway, so I've implemented these hypertubes, okay? So I could get back and forth a bit quicker because I was going back and forth a lot. So let me show you what it looks like, okay? So we get sucked in and we go traveling. Okay, and these little markers, I might need to do some rejigging because it's alright, the speed, but it really determines whether you're going up or down. And these are essentially boosters in between. I need to make it more in betweeny, if that makes sense, because I'll show you in a minute. So that was alright, that wasn't too bad. I've stopped here because this is another stopping point which I might want to get to, because through there is where I want to do the quartz section, creating quartz. So I thought I'd stop here, and it can be a kind of a junction, and then I can, once I eventually get down there and do my thing over there, I can create a hypertube going down there as well. So this is kind of just a little junction, but let's carry on up to what I'm doing. So this is mainly uphill, right? So it kind of struggles a little bit to get up, but it's still faster than walking. So, and I'm not having to do anything, it's just doing it. So I can just let it do its thing. I think I just need to put a few more supports in between, and it will allow it to boost more, I think. So I might just need to do some rejigging, but this will just have to do for now. But yeah, it really, it's like trying to get up there, but it can't. But it'll have to do for now. It's not too bad, but it's a little annoying that it slows down. But it makes sense because it's physics. And then this kind of goes, and then it really struggles on this bit. But like, it's so vertical, this one. Then we go up here. I thought going through the water would be quite fun. So yeah, that's why we went up that way. Okay, and then we end up here. Okay, so this is my little SAM area. So it looks a little bit more filled than it actually is right now. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I managed to put a miner in, and it goes like this. Okay, at first I read it wrong. Okay, so it outputs 120 SAMs per minute. Okay, so at first I was like, okay, because I read it. What I did was I went up to here, And I clicked onto this, and I was like, how many can it make? And it was like, oh, 30 per minute. I was like, great. Okay, so I can divide that by 4 and go like that. Okay, so I was like, oh, brilliant. Okay. But then when I actually I made it first, and then I turned it on. But then realised when I went to actually go for it, here, it's outputting, I'm halfway between. It's actually it does output, it inputs the same amount that the miner outputs. Okay, so if I'm correct in that thinking, this outputs 120 per minute without any shards. And this, if I go to one without a booster, this inputs 120 and outputs 30 per minute. Okay, so it's actually no quicker to put it through multiple ones. Okay, but what I did was I did put one shard in, which outputs 150, and then I maxed that one to 150, I believe. Hold on, let me go and check this. I've got to check my thinking here. Hold on. Okay, so it's outputting 150 because I maxed it, but normally it's outputting 60. Okay, so I put that in 120, and I was like, okay, let's see if we can boost it a little bit more. 150. Okay, so it actually outputs 60 per minute. But this outputs 150, and then this one single one inputs 150 and outputs 37.5 per minute. So there's no point dividing it up yet. But if the Mark III comes, then it might allow me to output a little bit more, which means I've just kept these as is for now because it's not hurting anyone. But now these are now going into the dimensional depot, right? Or depot. We call it depot in Britain, but yeah. Which means I can access it from my inventory whenever, which is great. So I'll need to pick and choose when I use that, otherwise it'll fill up way too quickly. But I'm hoping the upgrades will allow me to make some more room. But as you can see, this is way quicker going down, so let's go back to base. Okay, we are back. So that is now, see, it fills up really quickly, so I have to keep an eye on that to make sure I take it out when I need to. So let's see what kind of upgrades we can get then. So dimensional stack increase. Okay, and then upload increase. Okay, so let's do a stack increase.
Dimensional expansion increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour and salt.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material I do not waste.
It's clearly not happy about what we're doing. Okay, let's do the upload speed a bit quicker as well.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Part of the kinetic and thermal energy released during matter conversion has now been repurposed to aid with dimensional shifting, allowing for more parts to be transferred in a short time frame.
Loop the veins. Use the flow. Make a curve out of a line. Your shallow minds create shallow solutions. Pretty ripples.
Shallow mind? Pretty ripples? I certainly hope that wasn't meant to include me.
Okay. Holy shit, hold on. Oh my god, you need 13. Do you know what? I know there's a lot of those that I've been ignoring because of the lore that you get from them. But okay, from what I gather, the whole point is it doesn't like you taking it, but I'm not sure. See, I want to just go out and get as many of those as possible. I feel bad, though, because you miss so much of the story. But yeah, okay. I haven't yet got able to do a computer. I've got that, and I've got that. I had some computers, but I think I just used some of it. What was it for? Yeah, I used some for that. I found computers. That's how I was able to do it. So yeah. See, this is interesting. The smart splitter. I'm very interested in this as well. AI limiter. I don't have the AI limiter yet. I could do it though. Should we do a few of these? I mean, this is what this episode is about. It's just getting some upgrades on camera so you guys can see it. So I can go off and do what I need to do without feeling guilty that I need to upgrade and you guys haven't seen the upgrade. Okay, let's get this AI limiter then. A power switch might come in handy.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Awesome. Yeah, programmable splitter. So you can, I think that means you can decide how many you want a percentage to go one way versus the other, which means you're not having to do, like right now, it's all just split as evenly as possible, okay? So if you split it 2 ways, it's 50-50. If you split it 3 ways, it's 33, 33, 33. So I think it just splits it as best it can. But if you are able to, I'm not sure what the difference between a smart splitter and a programmable splitter is, but I think maybe that one's automatic. That's automatic and that was manual. If that would be my guess. Or one takes priority if one's full or something. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm interested to see that. What does it take to make some of this? I've got some circuit boards. I'm not sure if I've quite got enough. I've got 50. Oh, I can at least create Mark 3. Oh, that's a circuit board. Is that a motherboard? High-speed connector. Okay, that's not the same then. Maybe that's down the line somewhere. I don't even have that blue thing yet. How do I think that's actually one of these. Yeah, oh, it's plastic. Could I do that? Because that's going to really speed up. Well, I'm going to need to be able to do some of this soon. Is there anything that I want to prioritize over other things? That maybe. The train, I thought might be useful at the time. I'll have to see. I guess bringing it to you might still be useful. It honestly depends how I want to play this. Like, if I want to play it by everything coming to this section in the end. Like, do I create a massive, essentially a massive depot where everything comes here, the final product comes here via train, via conveyor belt, via whatever is the most efficient, but I individually create factories where there is a node for it. That could work. Z, tell me in the comments if I'm doing that right or not. Okay. I reckon we could do this. I reckon that's doable. Just to finish this. Why have I got a blueprint up for that? Okay. That does make it so much better. But I need to make that fully usable. And also, it'd be good to have a switch to determine what I want to come and what I... That's why I'm interested in that switch. Okay. I'm not sure how many motors I've actually got. Only 11. Okay. I think they need these. Okay. Let's just get this done real quick. Get this sent off. Need some more tubing. This is starting to become more and more used, and I'm running out very quickly. I'm gonna have to start production up soon again. I've delayed it this episode just for upgrade reasons, but I need to start production again soon.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fixit did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
Thank you. Finally getting on my side, I see. Okay, so that is what I wanted to at least get this done for this episode. Got some upgrades done. Logistics and stuff, they can hold off for now. That would be good to have. I can't do that without the plastic though. We're getting there. We are getting there. See, another thing I really want now after experiencing it is sulfur. Not sulfur. It's sulfur. It's explosive. Holy moly, I got a taste of explosive ammo, and I now want it. So that I might be able to do some of this. Okay, let's get that. Where is it? Sulfur. Start that research. That's what I want. That thing. Oh,
Research
there's a gun
completed.
there as well.
Black powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I can't do that yet. That's unfortunate. I can get a detonator though. Okay, we're going to leave that there, and next episode we're going to start off by trying to get some of this, including trying to get this oil up and running. I will try and get operations running before then though, so let's try and at least get iron manufacturing back going, and then we'll see about trying to get some of this sorted afterwards. But it's been an interesting episode, just a mainly upgrades episode, just like I said, an in-betweeny episode, just so you guys can see all this, because I needed some of this. I needed some of this upgrading, and I didn't want you guys to miss it. So, yes, we're on a good start. We're doing a really good start. So let's carry on, and then hopefully we can get somewhere in the next episode. So, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be very much appreciated, and subscribe to keep up to date with these videos and everything else I'm releasing. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!